this video, I'll be demonstrating how the Demandu application will be using the Google Calendar OAuth scopes that we are requesting. For this verification, we are requesting the following Google Calendar scopes: Auth Calendar and Auth Calendar.events. These scopes are required because appointment scheduling is one of the most core capability offered by the Demandu platform. The first scope, Google Calendar, allows Demandu to access calendar information and availability required for the appointment scheduling. We'll be using this permission to view available calendars connected to a user's Google account, read calendar availability information, check available appointment slots before booking, allow users to select the calendar where appointments should be created, and support scheduling workflows across multiple calendars. Google also provides a non-sensitive scope called calendar.settings.read only. However, this scope alone is not able to provide the access to calendar availability information, calendar event information, available appointment slots, as well as the calendar selection. Because Demando needs to work with actual calendars and their availability rather than simply reading calendar settings, the non-sensitive scope is not sufficient for our use case. The second scope, Google Calendar events, is required to manage appointments after they are created. We'll be using this permission to create, update, and reschedule appointments. We'll be also using it to cancel appointments by deleting the events. We'll be using it to add guests and attendees and update event details, such as title, date, time, and description. A read only calendar scope would allow us to view the event information, but it would not allow us to create, modify, or reschedule, share, or delete the events. Since appointment booking and appointment management are core features of a Demandu platform, this scope is required. Now, I'll be demonstrating this functionality on the actual Demandu platform. Demandu is a chatbot automation platform that allows businesses to create chatbots for channels such as websites, WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, and Facebook. One of the key capabilities offered by the Demandu is appointment scheduling through Google Calendar integration. To demonstrate this functionality, I'll begin by selecting a chatbot that has been configured for appointment scheduling. So you can see we have a simple chat flow over here. When the user will initiate the conversation, the bot will welcome them. It will ask them for their name, their email address, as well as their phone number. Moving on, it will ask the user to select appointment date that is suitable for them, either cancel it, to reschedule it, or to book a completely new event. And then once it is successful, it will thank them for providing all the information. So once I click on this component over here, you can see that we have a calendar provider, which is Google Calendar. We have some action types that are supported, such as create event, reschedule event, and cancel event. And now over here, you have the option to connect your calendar account. So I'll be adding a new calendar account. I'll be using this account for the same purpose. So as we are requesting the verification, it is not yet verified. I'll be simply clicking on continue. So as you can see, Google will allow the demander to access this information about me, such as my name and profile picture, as well as my email address. So now I'll simply click on the privacy policy so that you can see that it is completely available. Similarly, I can also access the terms of service from this page. As you can see, we have the same here. So now I will be simply clicking on continue. So you can see over here that Demandu wants to access my Google account for the purpose of viewing my calendar settings, as well as view and edit events on all my calendars, as well as see, edit, share, and permanently delete all the calendars that it can access using the Google Calendar. Now, at this stage, I am granting the access to the calendar scopes discussed earlier. These permissions are required because Demando must be able to read calendar availability before scheduling appointments, create new appointments, update appointments when user reschedule, delete appointments when user cancel, add attendees to appointments, manage appointment information throughout its life cycle. The non-sensitive calendar settings scope would not allow these actions because it would only provide the access to calendar settings and not the calendar data or events themselves. After granting the access to the calendar settings, I'll be clicking on continue. So now I have been redirected back to my chat view. So over here, as you can see, the calendar account that I used is available over here. Now I can configure some basic details for the same, such as the name, the slot duration, the future days, and the availability schedule. So I'll be using the appointment test over here. Then you can also add customer time zone, the select language for dates and days, and the next message that the chat flow should route to once it has been completed. So we'll be using these. So now I'll simply be clicking on update. so that all of this data is safe. And now after this, we'll be proceeding to test the same. So this is my bot on my WhatsApp. So I'll be simply sending a hi message. As you can see, it has sent us the welcome message as well as the name. So I'll be just giving my name here. My email address, I'll share my email address here. So I'll be using this account. I'll be sharing my phone number now. Now it will ask me to choose a available slot that has been configured according to my appointment schedule. So I'll be choosing Monday. So now it will basically ask me to choose a specific slot on Monday itself. So for example, I'll be giving 2 to 2:30 a.m. And once successful, it will show me that it has been confirmed. So now you can see that the event has been created on my calendar, and you can see the details as well. The attendee has been added over here using the account that I have shown. And similarly, all the data that was there with it has been shared over here. So before concluding the demonstration, I would like to show how the requested scopes directly map to the functionality available within Demandu. As you can see in the Google Appointment component, we support these three actions: create event, reschedule event, and delete event. The Google Calendar scope is used before these actions are performed. It allows Demandu to access the connected calendar, retrieve the availability information so that the users can see available appointment slots and schedule the appointments without conflicts. The non-sensitive scope calendar settings read only. Scope is not sufficient for this functionality because it will only provides access to calendar settings and does not provide access to calendar availability or appointment rescheduling data. The Google Calendar event scope is used by the actions shown here. When a user selects create event, Demandu creates a new Google Calendar event. When a user selects reschedule event, Demandu updates the existing Google Calendar event with the new date and time. When a user selects delete event, Demandu removes the existing Google Calendar event from the connected calendar. These actions directly correspond to the functionality available within the Google Appointment component and are the reason the requested Google Calendar scopes are required. This completes the demonstration. Thank you.